Alright, we're gonna do a 50 book pre-screen tonight. But before we do, look, I had to pick this up. This is a modern Lobo Beasley cover. I saw this on T4, picked up 3 of them. I didn't know what the cover was gonna look like, so I went after 3 because just for old time's sake, from Beasley, right? He hasn't done Lobo in a while, so yeah, man, nice cover, right? At the comic book shop, my local comic book shop, I saw this and picked this one up too, man. This is great. Philip Tan made this. I don't know if this was an incentive or just a regular variant. Either way, I just liked it and I went after it. Look at that. How freaking pretty that is, man. Even the back cover. See the back cover on this. This one doesn't, I don't have it on this one. Alright, let's get to the pre-screen. Nice, right? Finally Lobo getting some love from DC, at least in the comics. He's also got a series with his daughter. Alright, so we're back to the packaging that I really don't like. Space, bubble wrap on top. I hope I don't have anything that's broken. I like the other way better, where they put the like the cardboard cutouts on the sides. It's a different type of pattern, but I don't really like this. Look at this. That's space. You know. All right. As long as the books are okay, but hopefully nothing's cracked. All right. So we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 books out of 25. That's a success. All right, let's see what's in here. I actually don't remember, and I didn't look to see what these were, by the way. Okay, of course these are all going to be 9.8s anyway, but let's see what they are. You know, I ended up loving this cover, actually. I went after more of them because they were still available. They weren't that expensive either. This is the Perillo covers for Thor number 8. Virgin covers. This time, however, I got them with... I wanted to get... I think I sent 6 of these in. I'm almost positive that I sent 6. I wanted 3 with Silver Surfer labels, and I wanted 3 with the Journey into Mystery labels, the Thor labels, special labels. But I got only 2 back with the Silver Surfer labels in, or 3 Journey into Mystery labels. So it's still a success. 22 out of 25 books. So these are all going to be special labels. There's 25 books with special labels. Let's look at the next one. Okay, here's a cover. This is something that I've actually done pretty decent with in the Virgin. I sold most of the Virgins already, and they didn't have the special labels, and I did very well on them. It's just such a great cover. It really is. From Silver Surfer 4. It's an homage. Got 2 homages that Suyan made. This is one of them. So for the trades, I wanted to have the special labels for them. I did not do that for the Virgins. I sent in, I believe it was 4 and 4. So 4 to get the Thor labels and 4 to get the Silver Surfer labels. And success. Now, moderns, guys, moderns. Look, you gotta really pick your moderns. I am definitely gonna be cutting down on my modern buys, definitely, because they say a book like this, I'm expecting to be in the black with this, but the truth is with moderns, it's a lot of it is a crapshoot. And what I mean is, I think this is going to be something that people are going to want later on, right? And maybe people want now. I mean, I wanted it now, right? But moderns tend to drop so drastically at times. So many of them drop. Probably the majority of them drop, especially the store variants. You know, within a couple of months of being out, because they just flood the market. So I like going after stuff that I know is limited, because when it's limited, you get something that's only 300 print, even 500 print. If it lands with a collector, then that book is not going anywhere. But most of the time it's landing with speculators, and speculators, what are they going to do? They're just going to flip it. It's flippers, right? Something like this, though, it can land with collectors because of what it represents. It represents an homage to Silver Surfer #4, especially if it's not that expensive. And something like this is just not going to, 10 years from now, I can't see this being $500, but I could still see it being $125, $150 maybe, so yeah, it's not something that you're gonna get rich over, but it's something that you can flip and make a little bit of money. Now, is it worth it to make, say, $20 on a book like this, right? Where for the same amount that I paid for all of these, I bought one of those, and yeah, that's going to give you a better return if it comes back in a great grade, right? And it's probably about the same amount that I paid for the 8 of these. The only thing is, this came with 8 trades and 8 virgins. That one came by itself, right? But that one has the bigger potential, and it's the bigger key, right? That's the first appearance of Rogue. It's something that you gotta decide for yourself. Me, yeah, I tend to go with moderns a lot. I don't recommend that you guys do the same thing if you're going for it for the flip. I don't recommend you guys do the same thing. Now, if you like the cover, like I do, where I'm planning to keep one of the Thors with the Thor labels, right? Then that's totally different, I got this because I figured some Silver Surfer fan might want that with the Silver Surfer label, But it's not something that's going to make you rich or anything like that. It might, if you get it for too much money, though, it might be something you might lose money on, But I'm happy with that. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, here's a book I recommend you guys get. This is a really good spec, but how long will you hold it? Could be a significant amount of time. This is Silver Surfer #69. Now, if you can get the newsstand, that'd be a hell of a lot better as far as rarity goes with these. For every one newsstand, you're probably going to see like 10 or 15 of these. But this is the first appearance of Morg. Now, he appears in I think about 4 or 5 panels in the back. I think I've shown this book before. I have a bunch of these. I know I think these are gonna probably be the failures, because I think I sent 2 or 3 of these. Alright, but yeah, this is something to take a chance on, man, because Morg is his most powerful character, the villain. You know, Morg used to give him fits. I mean, he used to beat the crap out of the Surfer, and he was a big part of the Tyrant saga. Yeah, it's a good book to have. At least now I have one in a 9.8, but this is a pretty cheap book. You can probably get this book for, I don't know, probably $100, I'm assuming, in a 9.8, probably. If you don't want to miss out, maybe you can go after number 70 as well. Alright, there's probably going to be people that say that 70 is his first full appearance, even though in this one he definitely appears in the back, but he doesn't have the power cosmic at the end of this one yet. Alright, so it's either 69 or 70, I would say, you know, but 69 for me is the one, because that's where he is, and it's not just one panel, it's multiple panels. Alright, here's 2 more. These, again, these don't cost that much. I actually got these off of YouTube auctions. This is the Comic Fest, Halloween Comic Fest, Miles Morales. One of them I got from Thorough. It was $46 I paid for one of these, and this is including shipping, and Spider-Man 2099 that looked all awesome too. So that one I didn't send with this though, but yeah, you know, this is one of Thorough's, came back at 9.8. I'm happy with that. You know, $46 for both. I think just with this one it pays for both of them, just with this one. So even though it doesn't go for much, probably sell this for $100 also for the time being. But I do expect this book to climb as Miles Morales keeps climbing, that is. You know, this is of course a reprint. It's actually a reprint that came out like wasn't 10 years, it was like 8 years later, right after his number 1 appearance, after his first appearance. But it's still a reprint of his first appearance, and people do tend to go after those. Alright, let's go to the next ones. Let me see, what do I got left here? Let's see. No, not that one, not yet. Let's see these 2. Oh yeah. Okay, I want you guys to check this out. This was said to be by, I believe it was Bagley that said this. I want to say it was Bagley. It was either Bagley or the writer. I'm pretty sure it was Bagley though. He said that this was in the running for being the cover to Amazing Spider-Man 361. So it was between this one and the one that they chose, and of course they chose the other one. But this has a little bit of history because of that. This might have been the cover of 361. I got that with the Carnage label. And this is from Absolute Carnage #1. And of course they printed that 2019. So I guess they decided to print this, you know what, how many years, 30 years later, you know. But it's a great cover, great cover. I bought 2 of those and both of them came back in 9.8s. So that's a great thing. And I also bought let me see, was it this one? Yes, this one actually came with one of those, and I just sent it in anyway because it looked like a 9.8. And that one also came back a 9.8. Absolute Carnage. This is the premiere edition. I don't think it's gonna go for that much, this one probably, but it's still a 9.8. And yeah, then the last 2 books, you see, actually no, last 3 books. Yeah, oh yeah, these are the big books for me. Look at that cover, man. Showed this before. I bought 3 of these from Westfield Comics, $50 each. Special labels. All 3 came back at 9.8s. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I think, like the Wolverine, John Tyler Christopher, it's just gonna keep going up, because that cover. I mean, people use iconic. It's not iconic yet. It isn't, but it's definitely a great cover, and I can definitely see in the future how people might do homage covers for something like this. It's a wonderful cover. It's great. I'm definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, keeping one of these for my collection. And I might not, if I sell one right away, I don't think I will though. I can't see myself selling this yet. I can't see myself selling this yet. I might, just to make some money back, but that's one that it's a lot less limited than, say, something like this. Even though they're both great covers, you know. This one was Bermejo that did this cover. I think it was Bermejo. It looks like Ross though. I'm pretty sure that was Bermejo. That's it for this batch. This is 22 books. 22 out of 25. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so maybe I make too much of a fuzz for this type of packaging. I mean, all 22 books in the last box came well. I mean, they didn't come damaged, so maybe I am making too much of maybe I'm being a little bit too whiny about that type of packaging, right? But yeah, 23 books in this one, 22 in the other one, 23 in this one. Success. Yeah, like it. Let's see what's in this one. Alright, this is what you call a money grab by Boom Studios. I don't blame them for doing stuff like this, because their job is to sell books and to stay in business, right? They're staying in business by doing this kind of stuff, but hey, I mean, if people like myself are willing to buy it, they're going to keep printing it. What I don't like is that, you know, when do the printing stop, right? I think they did announce that they had their last printing already, but I don't know how true that is going to be. This is the 4th printing of Department of Truth #1. I went after it specifically just to flip these. This is something that I'm gonna hold though, because Department of Truth is, I think it's a property that's gonna get hotter later on. I sent 10 of these books. It's the only 10 that I bought. All 10 came back at a 9.8. The luxury of getting the modern books is that if you send them in right away, first of all, when you buy them, they should all be in near mint plus at least condition, because they're brand new. They shouldn't need presses and cleanings. They're modern books, so as long as you're getting them from somebody that's a good seller, a legit seller, with a good reputation, they should come back like this, near mint to mint books. So this is something I'm gonna hold. I might have paid less than cover price for these, but it's something that has the potential of really being a really good book. If I can sell this for $100 a pop, I don't even know how much they're going for. They're probably going for 50 or 60 bucks right now. But even at that price, I'd make a decent profit off of it. I mean, am I in it to make 20 bucks out of on the book? No, I'm not in it for that. But if it comes down to that, then at least I didn't lose money on it. All right, this is going to be a Department of Truth box, modern box. All right, here's a book I've done pretty well with already. All right, this is from Unknown Comics. Of course, this is a Hulk 340 homage with the Juggernaut. This is Juggernaut #1 by Sue Yan. He just tends to do some really cool stuff, man. Stuff for the fans is what he does, really. My kind of artist. Doesn't just do like little portraits of GQ portraits of this guy is always doing like action, so I do like that artist, Sue Yan. All right, so this is the second printing, Department of Truth. I got this from J1 Abob. He said it was a 9.8 candidate, and he was right. This one's just a throw-in. I think I want to say who I bought this from. Damnation, I can't remember who it was, but it was a YouTube auction, and it was like a throw-in that they had. Planet of Symbiotes #1. I don't even know how well this book is gonna be. I just thought it was a 9.8 candidate. I sent it in. This is kind of stuff that probably I wouldn't advise you guys doing. Okay, I'm a gambler, so I send this in just because you shouldn't really do that. You shouldn't. I would not advise it for anybody. Why I do it? I'm just dumb like that sometimes, I don't know how much that's going for, but I figured if I can get, I don't know, 60 bucks out of it, it's alright. Let's go to the next one. Alright, here's one that they had mistakes with. Okay, got 2 of these and 2 of those. This is the cover A's and the cover B's. So for the cover A's, shouldn't have anything but Department of Truth #1. Cover B should say variant cover B, but this particular one right here doesn't say variant cover B. So yeah, I think I might contact them and see if they can fix that. I mean, it's still Department of Truth #1. It doesn't say variant cover B on it, but I might send that in. I might just send it to my comic shop and sell it. I mean, it's still a Department of Truth #1, but it should say variant cover B just on the label, just for the hell of it. But yeah, Alright. This is a book that's probably a keeper, I would say, because it's a cover A. More of a keeper than the fourth printing, in my opinion. So I've been selling a few of these, but I do have a few that I'm just putting away just to see, because I do believe that this property, like I said before, is something that's going to keep rising. Alright. Okay. This is something that I said I urged you guys to get. I've sent quite a few of these out already because I want to have them in 9.8. But this is the first book that I believe is the first great book of the decade, Geiger. It is Jeff Johns, and Jeff Johns tends to be like all crazy with his writing, you know. He does. I don't know if anybody's watching the Teen Titans, you know, but when they were with what was it, WB, I just hated the writing, and he's one of the writers. I think this is the kind of writer that needs assistance, you know, with his screenplay, and I mean, needs a lot of assistance. He's got great concepts, and for comics it translates really well, but on film maybe not so much. If you're watching the Teen Titans, why aren't the cops looking for Dick Grayson? All right, that guy broke out of prison. Why aren't they looking for the freaking Teen Titans? They broke into prison, hurt guards, and yeah, they're just walking around like nobody's looking for them. It never happened. I guess they don't have. They must not have cameras in those prisons. There's so many holes in their stories. You know, the new series, the third series on HBO, definitely has much better cinematography. All right, much better. But the story is still superbly, that's the wrong word. It's definitely deficient. All right. I was going to say lacking, but it's yeah. There's something with the story that I don't really like on the Teen Titans on even on HBO. It's better, and I did like Teen Titans Series 2, Deathstroke, with Isai Morales. Oh man, that freaking guy is freaking awesome. He made that entire series. You know, that second series, he made it bearable for me. You know, anyway, Geiger. I don't want this guy. If Geiger, and I expect Geiger to actually come to a type of film project. Has to. It's really good. It's a great concept. Okay, but I definitely don't want Jeff Johns writing it. Or if he does, he better have a lot of help with it if he wants it to be really good. You know, I love the book. I can't wait to read the next one, stuff like that. But yeah, these are only the first 6. I urge you guys to get this. You could still get it. This is the first great book of the decade. First one. Alright. And that's the last ones. Let's see what failed. Okay, you know what? This gives me an opportunity to show you guys what this is. This is going to be called a cameo. This is the next to last page. Right? A planet. This is like a prologue. The name isn't important. It won't be here tomorrow. That's of course because Galactus is coming. And these guys are being put to death. It's innocent, didn't do it. Mercy, mercy. Take him, not me. Yeah. Not me. No, not me. And that's him right there as Morg. Chunk. Begins in 2 weeks, the Herald ordeal. Alright, so yeah, this is probably going to be called the cameo, even though that is a full appearance of Morg. So more than likely it's going to be number 70. That's going to be his first appearance. But I don't think he gets made a Herald until, I want to say 71. I gotta go through that entire series and read it again. But yeah, these, I got these for $1 each. They were for $2. I got them from Mile High Comics. They said it was near mint. And you know, one of them came back at a 9/8, so it's near mint to mint. The other ones are definitely near mint, but they need presses. Sometimes though I get stuff from them that says near mint, and they have a lot of wear on the spine. These don't, but these are the best ones that I got, that I sent to them. Yeah, I think these just need a minor press for them to be near mint to mint. I might send them in to get pressed. So 3 of these failed. These would have came back with Silver Surfer labels, special labels. And then these 2 failed. Another Juggernaut, number 1, and Chandra. Now this is from Magic the Gathering. This is the first appearance of Chandra, and this is a, I believe it's a 1 in 100. It could be a 1 in 50, but this is the retailer edition, and it's still cheap. So I know probably Mr. Talavera is going to be interested in this particular book. This is Chandra number 1. This is one of the main characters of the Magic the Gathering. I am assuming that she's going to be in the series that is going to be coming out on TV. This one failed, the 9.8, but I always wondered if that was like a color rub right there. Doesn't look like it because of the way that the cover is, and then over here it looks like a little you know, if you're looking at it from like the naked eye like that, it kind of looks like a little tick, but if you look closely at it, it's not. It's part of the drawing. So I don't know what failed from this. I checked this book out a lot. Either way though, I'm definitely gonna get this pressed and sent in, without a doubt. These are the failures. Now I made mistakes on the you know, it's kind of late and I am tired, so for some reason I put down I kept switching the numbers, 23 books and 22 books. It's supposed to be 22 books with the special labels because 3 of them failed. Alright, 22 books. I'm assuming $20 shipping on CGC to CGC. That brings the cost per book, because it's going to be $581 that they charge me. This is without pressing, guys. Plus the $20 shipping, 2 is $601. Divided by 22 books, it comes out to $27.32 per slab. So that's expensive. It's expensive. All right. But you know, this is why, like, when you're dealing with moderns, you know, sometimes these moderns, they'll drop in price, like big time. You know, you take that say that Miles Morales Spider-Man Halloween, right? The Halloween Fallout 4 reprint, $27.32 plus the cost of the book. Let's say the cost of the book was 25 bucks, all right, because it was $46 altogether for both that one and Spider-Man 2099. So we're gonna say this one's $25 plus 27. Now that puts me over 50. So if I can sell that book for 100, there's gonna be fees associated with the sale. So I mean, yes, it comes up being, you know, I'm gonna be in the black, but barely in the black, and I have to sell it for 100. You don't know if it's gonna go for 100, but that's a book I might just keep a little bit for, you know. But yeah, no, there's risk when you're dealing with moderns and you do stuff like that. Take a book like the Department of Truth, for example, right? There were 10 fourth prints. Right now the fourth prints are going for $60 and under. So let's say I sell it for $55. I'm not going to, because I'm going to keep them, all right? I refuse to sell it for 60 bucks. But you know, and that's actually taking a chance, because you don't know if you know, whatever deal that they might have is gonna fall through or something. But anyway, let's say I sell them at $55. Let's say the deal doesn't go through, but the book doesn't take that big of a hit and it still goes for $55. Well, I paid cover price for them, so let's say it's $4, so less than cover price, but with shipping, we'll call it $5, okay, per book. It was 23 books at $488, including shipping to CGC. Divided by 23 is $21.22. So now the price becomes $26.22 true price for the book. So if I sell it for 50 minus the fees of the sell, you know, whatever you sell it for, I'm barely making a profit, really barely, right? Is it worth it? That's something that you gotta decide. You gotta decide for yourself, is it worth it for you? For me, the way that I look at it is, if the book, it's a gamble that the book becomes something. Marvel's number 6, okay, that's the Silver Surfer one. That book is probably a $250 book, maybe $200. Let's say $200 book right now. Okay, that was a pretty decent hit. You know, I got it for 50 bucks. Paid $27.32 for it, because I'm assuming the cost of the failures here, right? So yeah, that ends up being a pretty good hit right there. You know, something like that is really worth it, because I think that book's just gonna keep going up. I think I just find that book being beautiful. It's something that I want to keep myself. So, and I know that if I want to keep it, other people probably do. All right, too much rambling on. Okay, so in my opinion, this is the best book out of this entire lot. And I really thought about selling one, but I'm not going to sell one. As a matter of fact, I might be looking for more to buy in the 9.8, because they're only going for about $200 to $250 right now. So if I can get another 9.8 at least for around the 200 area, I'll be happy with it, because this book is notorious. This incentive came with a bunch of defects. My books don't have those defects. Somehow there was like impact, or maybe it was production, but it was like an impact crease on the right side. You can find that on eBay if you look at Marvel number 6. look for eBay Marvel number 6 for raw copies, and check out the right side right here after the L on the white area, and a lot of those are going to have impact or creases right on that side. I lucked out that mine didn't. All three came out in 9.8. There's only 137 right now on CGC census in a 9.8. And I mean, it's still early, but this incentive was, I believe it was 1 in 50, could have been a 1 in 25, but I know that not too many stores ordered a lot of Marvel number 6. Okay, so pretty sure that the production, the print run on this is not going to be that high. So I would suggest, if you are a Silver Surfer fan, this is a book to keep, you know, because this will be sought after in the future, in my opinion, without a doubt. I have no doubt this will be highly sought after by the Silver Surfer fans like myself, you know. And I'm not selling my 3. You know, look, you have a lot of speculators here on YouTube, and what they do is they buy books, and it's pretty much they hype them up just to sell them. I think everybody knows, like, people that do that. I don't do that, or at least I try not to do that. If I come off looking like I do that, please call me out on it, okay? But when I look at a book and I tell you that I think this is going to be something hot, it's because I really do believe it, you know. The more I look at this book, the more I think that, yeah, this is a keeper, you know. Take a Batman 423. Now, yeah, that's McFarlane, and it's strictly for the cover, you know. It's the character Batman. Great cover by McFarlane. This is a tremendous cover for Silver Surfer, and definitely one of his most memorable ones. This will be something that people will look for. If it dips under 200, is a buy all day long, okay? Only 137 out there right now. I am gonna go out there on a limb, and I'm gonna say there's gonna be less than 300 9.8s on this in existence. Possibly less than 250 by the time this is all done, because of the production errors, okay, or manufacturing errors, and the limited quantity of it. All right, you will see me probably buy more of these. All right, of course the next ones are not going to have the Silver Surfer label probably, but yeah, eventually I'm going to sell some of them, but it won't be for a while. All right, later dudes.